Hey, beautiful souls. Thank you for joining me for your Chakras Ascension reading for April 10th through the 13th. This will be the time period when the moon will be in Sagittarius and the sun will be in Aries. This reading is a 17-card spread. The center axis of cards are representing the root up to the crown chakras. And then on the left-hand side, we have cards for the earth realm chakras, and on the right-hand side, cards for the higher realms chakras. They're aligned in this position to show them in a process of ascension where the lower and higher realm energies come in to assist our chakra system to evolve, to become the best it can be by nurturing these other energies, and we can become more interconnected to all aspects of ourself beyond what we kind of know as the 3D world. So let's begin the reading with the root chakra. But first of all, you are at the Oracle of the Feather Crown Tree, and my name is Elspeth. I'm so happy to have you here. And oh yeah, if you're having a birthday, happy birthday. You should find these energies, if they're coming up during this time when you're going to have your solar return, to be quite prevalent for you through the year ahead. Okay, so the root chakra, we have support that came in for that. And our question for it is, how can I feel supported, connected, and safe in my body to know that I am grounded in pure spirit? So support says, I surround myself with supportive people who believe in my dreams. And from the earth heart chakra, we'll have to also take a card from the Mother Mary Oracle to assist with that last message. And we have Our Lady of Divine Presence. There comes a time on your spiritual path when that which was once idea or philosophy is ready to become a living experience. It can be a time of exhilaration and excitement as one begins to live by metaphysical principles, building reliance upon trust, prayer, and intuition, and the benevolent guidance and protection of unconditionally loving higher beings such as Mother Mary. It is the beginning of taking one's spiritual life beyond ideas into a living, breathing reality. As this happens, the soul can relax into life and many opportunities open up. This happens repeatedly in increasing degrees throughout our life path. We soften and open to allow in more divine light and to learn how to live it with trust. Our Lady of Divine Presence also confirms that you are capable of bringing healing energy into the world when you allow yourself to trust her and open your heart. It just flows. If you are considering embarking upon a career as a healer or deepening your healing practice to bring in other modalities, such as energetic healing, you are acknowledged as having the ability to do this and divine support in doing so. If you're going through a healing process and feeling emotional intensity at times, she guides you to stay with your process and let the body shed old emotional pain to become more free. She confirms that the life changes that are happening for you or will be happening soon are a result of your spiritual growth and are to be trusted and accepted. Finally, if you have been connecting with guidance and wondering if it's genuine guidance, you are encouraged to continually pray for guidance that is based on unconditional love and to trust that yes, you can consciously receive such guidance. Tune into your heart and trust. The sacral chakra How can I be empowered to take creative risks in the world within the realization that I am the Divine Feminine? From the art oracles, we have Gilbert and George. Some themes with this card are: be the art you wish to see in the world. Your work should not be selfish. Dress the part. Gilbert and George have waved the banner of art for all since their collaborative debut in 1967, with works addressing sex, religion, politics, and social taboos through an aesthetic of sometimes hallucinatory pop. Early works include Living Sculpture, in which Gilbert and George painted themselves metallic and walked London's streets. Today they're known for large grid-like paintings that are identified both by their trademark tailored suits and their birthday suits. They're often the nude subjects of their works. Gilbert and George have described their influences as everything from humanity to universal suffering. And helping that last message, we'll have one from the Whale Matrix Chakra from the Myths and Mermaids deck. We have Nautilus Angel, a delicate angel with brown feathered wings, lovingly embraces the shell of a nautilus. Though her eyes are wide with concern, the protective cradle of her arms suggest a true sense of guardianship and care. Right now you have a lot on your plate, and it's getting difficult to tackle it all on your own. Striving to be independent is admirable, but we are all social beings, and at times must rely on each other in order to thrive. Maybe you think asking for help is a sign of weakness, or you are afraid of being a burden. Just remember all the times you have given your help and advice, and recognize that your loved ones will welcome the opportunity to reciprocate. By allowing others to support you physically or emotionally, you are contributing to a beautiful cycle of giving and receiving, and allowing someone else the chance to experience how rewarding it is to do something nice for another. The solar chakra. How can self-respect and self-compassion make me aware that I am the master of my universe? From the Earth Warriors Oracle, we have Chaska, Star of Venus. Financial healing is indicated. Let go of fear and trust unconditionally that the universe is supporting you. What brings you a sense of joy, purpose, and passionate devotion? Focus on that. Believe in your ability to thrive by being and expressing your authentic self. Notice how you relax into flow and more easily attract what you need when you acknowledge that the universe wants you to flourish through being you. Focus on putting your beautiful beliefs out into the world, not in consuming the negativity or fear of others. Give of your spirit abundantly. Nothing is beyond the reach of a divine assistance. Trust in this, and you can fulfill your purpose of being a positive influence in the world. Focus on giving of your gifts to the world as generously as you can, while opening up to receive fully and fearlessly. As a sacred change maker, you are asked to broaden your definition of currency from pertaining only to money to include that which has meaning for you at a soul level. This may include integrity, authenticity, relationship, consciousness, and community. In your relationship with yourself and others, how might you express such a currency of soul? Seek and treasure that which cannot be quantified monetarily. Cultivate and share your experience of true wealth in the best and broadest sense. Some indigenous cultures define this wealth not as how much you accumulate for personal gain, but by how much you're able to give in support of your community. This is the conscious economics of bringing people together, not driving them apart. When it is wisely placed within a soulful hierarchy and definition of value, not above it or beyond it, money can be part of a more full and sacred relationship of exchange, not something that creates division. We feel happier, more connected and at peace. A spirit of hope, optimism, inspiration, and boldness of belief takes hold of our hearts, and we begin to feed the malnourished souls on this planet with good spiritual food. We no longer wait for the world, we become it. Helping out that last message, we'll have one from the Inner Earth Cities, taken from the Crystal Grid Oracle. We have inspiration, the chrysanthemum stone. Inspiration, it's time to light that spark and reach for the sky. It's time to be you. Be creative, find that inner child and run with it. Chrysanthemum stone is a brilliant stone to inspire and bring a little joy into your life. Coupled with golden calcite and quartz, meditating on this card with this combination of stones will help you clearly see what you need to achieve, what you need to do to achieve your dreams. Chrysanthemum stone looks like a burst of energy or the bloom of a flower. You may have been feeling a bit stuck or taking life too seriously. Break free from the routine and discover new methods of getting away and doing things for you. Chrysanthemum stone will help you find your childlike qualities. Looking at life through the eyes of a child means to view the world without stress, limitations, and restrictions. We realize how many more options there are that we were blind to. There are many more directions we can go if we allow ourselves to think outside the box. By asking for the wisdom of this stone to help you, you may get a spark of an idea or find help with starting a new project. You may want to do things with others and get away, or you may throw yourself into creative endeavors. Being yourself into the present moment and ask yourself, what do I need in this moment? Whatever you choose, ask yourself this: am I doing what I love? It's time to be you and do what makes you feel alive. And also helping from the Soul Star chakra. From the Blue Messiah deck, we have faith. At each stage of the soul's evolutionary ladder into expanded consciousness, a leap of faith is needed. Taking that leap of faith within you is choosing to jump without the reassurance of a safety net. It is choosing to move forward, regardless of whether there is absolute certainty that things will work out the way you wish. Taking that leap into the unknown requires great courage. It is about trusting spirit despite not knowing what lies before you. This card encourages you to let go and allow the universe to take care of you. Release any doubts or fear you may hold and have faith in yourself. Have faith in your choices, which are guided by the wisdom of your heart. We all travel up the mountain path, experiencing both adversities and joy. What separates the visionaries from the crowd is their courage to take that leap of faith. Many stand at the edge of the cliff with all their dreams, visions, and desires, but out of fear stay at the cliff's edge. You were born to fly, dear one, by stepping out of your comfort zone and letting go of what was. You live your life to its full creative potential. Have faith and live your life fearlessly. I have faith. The wisdom of my heart continues to light my way. The heart chakra. How can I cultivate joy, gratitude, love, and compassion for others so that I am cosmic love? We are going to take a card from the Rumi Oracle, and we have Dance of the Divine Feminine. You may feel unsettled, beloved, as though the ground beneath you is not so solid. You may touch it to see, is it moving? Of course, it is hurtling through the skies, spinning, tilted on its axis. It's amazing you aren't passed out on the floor in utter dizziness, yet you stand there imagining you have a choice of not moving. What funny foolishness! Let us laugh about it together. How can you even imagine it? Only through some misplaced fear. It is such a small craziness, really. You can cast it off, that small crazy fear. Let it return to the Earth Mother to become fertilizer for the far grander and more exciting insanity of divine love instead. Give up that tiny insanity in favor of the greater craziness of love. You cannot be unmoved by it. The rhythm of life will get you shaking your hips eventually. How could you not become entranced by the gleaming dance floor, shimmering with possibility and invitation? This oracle comes to you with guidance. Your life may feel as though it is being tipped upside down. Perhaps you feel as though the great beloved, in a feisty mood, has grabbed your ankles and is holding you upside down and shaking you wildly until your skirt is over your head, or the pockets of your pants become freed of their contents, keys and wallets dropping to the floor in disarray. Your hair is messy, your bottom is in the air, and your sense of orientation is nowhere to be found. Blood is rushing to your head, and goodness knows you just want to be put down to have a moment to come to your senses. So the beloved will give you that gift, but don't imagine it will last for too long. The great beloved esteems you capable of so much more than being sure-footed and sensible. You are capable of more whirling and stumbling while inspired by the music of the spheres. Don't worry if it seems as though your world is coming to an end or you are losing something you once loved. This is just the shaking about of the great beloved to lead you into a deeper, sweeter dance of divine being and becoming. Put your focus into your heart and realize you are more ready than you think. Now shake those hips, stamp those feet, close your eyes, and clap your hands. There, that's better already. From the Dolphin Matrix Chakra, we're going to take a card from the Kuan Yin Oracle to help with that last message. And we have Ivory Swan Goddess. Do not cast your eyes away from the perception of your own divine inner light. In all its purity and radiance, beloved soul, you may find it easier to believe in the illusion of sins and unworthiness than in the truth of your spiritual innocence. Yet just like the purity, beauty, and grace of the Ivory Swan Goddess, your own soul is luminous, pure, and eternally graceful. You're being asked to recognize the divine energy within you without holding yourself back from unconditional self-acceptance and regard. It is time to accept your divinity in greater measure. to be present to the pure light within and not try to ignore it, play it, or worry, downplay it, or worry that it is not enough. No matter what has happened in your life or what experiences or choices you have made, your soul light is as pure as the divine source itself. Because essentially that is what it is. There is no need for spiritual shame or feelings of inadequacy. The light within us all is exactly the same. We are just in different stages of realizing it. Kuan Yin, Ivory Swan Goddess, wishes to bestow divine grace upon you, beloved soul, to assist your spiritual growth at this important time on your path. For this to occur, you must be willing and able to receive it. And another message to help with this will be from the Spirit Messages deck for the Spirit Chakra. Cleanse. Your body, mind, and soul are urging you to take time out for some much-needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house, or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It is time for some spiritual, emotional, and physical cleansing. Spirit is reaching out with this card to help you cleanse and detoxify your body, mind, and soul. Spiritual cleansing is an excellent way of extracting destructive emotions that, if left untreated, can cause depression, anxiety, and even addiction. This card is proof that you can take time out from your busy life to cleanse. Make a pact with yourself to commit to rejuvenating your mind by practicing positive affirmations every day. One by one, you'll purge the negative thoughts, which will allow you to return to a state of balance and harmony. Drink more water during this time and cleanse your body by reducing toxins such as alcohol, caffeine, nicotine, sugar, and other substances. Take long salt baths and get out into nature so you can breathe in fresh, clean air. Allow the natural world to infuse your spirit with its healing properties as you cleanse and rebalance. You are a spiritual being as well as a physical being. Please honor both. The throat chakra. How can I articulate my honest truth to be a co-creator with God? We have increase. Increase all that is good and true. Increase all that is nourishing and uplifting within yourself and for others. And in a time of golden opportunity, anything less than abundantly sharing falls way too short of the mark. It has been said in so many ways, and as we're saying again here and now, that giving is far sweeter than receiving. Today it seems to be increasingly rare to hear of acts of sincere and open generosity that have been undertaken without expectation of reward or recognition. Those delicious, random acts of kindness are not something we usually read about in the papers. Seldom are they even mentioned on TV. Instead, we are more likely to hear of those who have amassed fortunes and use that wealth to expand their buying power. Nevertheless, when we do hear of some act of inexplicable generosity and caring, we pause, we are moved, and our lives somehow seem benefited by it. It doesn't make sense that some goodness that happens on the other side of the world should touch our own hearts, but it does. It seems to be a cosmic law that kindness freely given has a potential for expanding exponentially. It seems to go a long way toward healing ourselves and our planet. Generosity is a simple affair, and the true benefits are primarily experienced within. They are revealed when spirit is unbounded, not constrained by greed or small-mindedness. Then giving becomes receiving, expanding and enriching our hearts. It's tragic to be shrunken and contracted. It's magic to experience inner richness and to spread it around without reservation. So much more is available when we come from a place of plus rather than minus. Take a walk somewhere in nature during the fullness of spring, preferably in a place teeming with flowers. Consider all that richness, that beauty and grandeur is made available for all to enjoy, whether they deserve it or not. Nature doesn't hold back. She never is miserly. Her times of increase are times that benefit all life, not just a few. She is the ultimate benefactress. She grows flowers at our feet, brings rain to quench our thirst, and songbirds to delight our ears, and paints the sky with so many stars we're not able to count them. We humans reap the rewards of that abundance when we function from a willingness to share. This time of increase is a time to look to nature for guidance, to learn from that abundant and generous source. Following in her footsteps, you will come to understand compassion, to experience serenity, and discover your own unlimited capacity to nurture yourself and others. By really taking her lessons to heart, you can't help but be inspired to become the best you can be, and in turn to support others to grow to the fullest realization of their potential. And from the Earth Star Chakra, we're going to take a card from the Power deck. We have time. What is it about time that gives it such power? The power to change all that exists back into dust. What is this unseen force, akin to the wind? A force that can shape the land as well as our lives. Learn to play with time, a surreal element, like fish swimming in treetops. A person of power knows how to arrange time. Put on your watch and be aware of the time at which you are due everything. Watch the sun, the moon, the transit of the stars. Find out the time that Venus is lowest in the sky before dawn. Be aware of your physical cycles, when you get hungry, when you sleep. Our society is obsessed with time, so now, become time. If you're obsessed with something, it is better to explore it than to deny it. Then it is possible to give up your obsession and let it take its proper place in your life. Your power depends on your balanced use and understanding of time. And from the Universal Chakra, a card from the Work Your Light Oracle. We have the ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. The challenge of life is to keep your heart open when you most want to close it, to let life crack you open, to open through hurt and loss, to allow what is falling away to fall away. Being human is a courageous act. A life well lived is full of losses and tragedies, as much as triumphs and adventures. Wherever you find yourself at the moment, life is coaxing you to keep your heart open. No matter how much it hurts, to continually unfold, to let life crack you open. Perhaps you are going through a difficult time right now. Instead of cursing the difficulty, see it as a blessing to open yourself up to the truth that perhaps, as hard as it may be, life is happening for you, not to you. And one day, in the not too distant future, You may just bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open, because the world needs you open. Now is the time to go gently, to treat yourself like a tender, sweet baby, to wrap yourself in a blanket and trust that the mother has you cradled in her arms. The seas may not be smooth sailing, but you are safe and you are held. One day, not too far from today, you will look back at the transformation and be blown away by the poetry of life. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. Let it crack you open. The third eye chakra. How can I be focused, determined, and receive guidance to realize my full potential? From the Sacred Geometry Oracle, we have Pele's Summons. Regeneration, transcendence, excellence. The five-sided geometry of the pentagon informs this card and speaks of regeneration, transcendence, and excellence. These elements fuel the invitation and directive of this powerful volcano goddess. She presents her summons as energy flowing from her rainbow-adorned crown. At the core of this call is a pentagonal, spiraling cosmos. The card summons you to recognize your personal potential and transcend obstacles to the expression of your life's purpose. Every life holds the promise of excellence and fulfillment. Sometimes we become caught up in life's flow and lose sight of dreams and visions in the process. It may be helpful to shift your attention to that of the observer so that you may gain a wider perspective of where you are today. Are you content with your life's direction? Are you following your bliss? This may mark a time when you will make decisions that change the fundamental nature of the way you live. It could indicate a time of regenerating, of renewing faith, of finding your personal truth. Conversely, this card may help you realize that the truth that is most important to you is the very essence of the life you are already living. This is a summons to excellence and the renewal of your personal truth. And to help that last message from the Galactic Chakra, the card will come from the Secret Language of Light Oracle deck. We have wellness. Tune into your body. You are entering a time when your body will become stronger. If you have been or are sick, you are on your way to feeling better. Begin to focus on a sense of well-being. If you're healthy, you will be inspired to strengthen your body through yoga or another form of exercise. Your body is enlightened and knows how to heal itself. Every feeling, be it pain, butterflies, excitement, or love, is a message from one part of the self to another. Tune into your body through meditation and ask what you can do to improve your well-being. Behind the human in the image is the flower of life, a symbol that represents the process of creation. It is made up of overlapping circles that are repeating expressions of the first circle. It is a geometric metaphor reminding us that the nature of life is continual expansion. Your body takes you everywhere you go, so acknowledge, thank, and love it. The crown chakra. We're going to take a card from Living with a Feather, Heart. it's going to be I remain in balance with my emotions. How can I trust in inner guidance to be my true self? The ancient Egyptians considered the heart to be the most sacred organ, as this conscious center of emotion and memory was thought to be the key that unlocks the doors to heaven on earth and the hereafter. In the Egyptian Book of the Dead, Anubis weighs the heart of the deceased against the feather of Mut, representing truth and justice. And if the heart is as light as her feather, you are granted permission to pass into the heavenly paradise of the fields of Hetep and Aru. However, if the heart is dense with the destructiveness of anger, vice, sadness, and wrongdoing, Ammit, an Egyptian goddess known as the devourer or soul eater, consumes the heart, and you are unable to pass through to the next world. The evocative imagery this otherworldly ritual invokes can be viewed as a powerful metaphor for the importance of keeping a balanced scale in this life with your heart in alignment with truth, a key for the here and now, which can unlock doors to higher realms of inner and outer light. Remaining in balance with emotions can be a challenge. The head and the heart can at times be in opposition with each other. Like the opposing hemispheres of the brain, logic and feeling don't always agree, yet they must work together in order to function as a whole. Such is the same internal agreement with the heart and mind. Reconciliation of thought and feeling allows life to remain light and balance with the harmony of being. This harmony is a full spectrum of sound, color, feeling, and vibration, encompassing all the notes on the scales of experience. The light heart, in relationship to a balanced set of emotions, appreciates this all without attachment. The mind provides memory to serve as a teacher, a greater lens of awareness for reality, but it too does not attach to expectations, notions of wrong, or thoughts with ill intention for the darker notes on this infinite scale. I remain in balance with my emotions is a reminder to cultivate a consistent relationship between the feather-like heart and the objective mind, and to further apply I live in truth daily practice. And one more message for the divine chakra from the divine feminine oracle deck. We have Fatima, mother of imams. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. We can get caught up in the ego's idea of who we need to become or what we need to achieve. Fatima is the grace that sweeps through our seemingly complex lives and reminds us of what's core, what's solid, earth to the soul. Family, even if family means a few beloved friends, what matters most is the love and gratitude we bring to those who are there for us, and the love and gratitude we feel when they show up for us. Nurturing, protecting, and taking care of the ones we love is a sacred occupation. My great-grandmother, Big Margie, advised me that if I ever had children, I needed to make sure I got paid for it. I had no clue what she was talking about. The idea was so foreign, but Big Margie believed that women should have a wage for the time they spent raising children, so that their work would at last be valued. The role of housewife or of stay-at-home mom is sacred. If it is consciously chosen, it is a profound contribution to raise and reconstitute the world. There is a legacy of love that can be inherited by the whole family from such individual attention and presence. Fatima restores the significance and importance to the spiritual path of motherhood. She is also a call to step back, take a deep breath, and take inventory of how much you can be grateful for right now, in this moment. She releases you from unreal expectations of yourself. Whether you have mothered a child, a friend, or yourself, she helps you see again the vital role the nurturer provides. She offers the perspective that says love is the family we all belong to, and gratitude is the state of wealth we get to live in. Beautiful. That ends our reading for today. Such a blessing to be able to share it with you. Thank you. And please check out any of the other readings if you feel drawn to do so.